What's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you from the Netflix series Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy. This is Decepticon Sparkless Bot. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. Very run-of-the-mill packaging here. We won't spend too long on the packaging. You did a very cool Decepticon logo there on the bottom left with a very nice picture of Sparkless Bot there, looking very mean. And on the bottom, you have your product information. On the top, you have more than meets the eye. On the side, you have your very nice Kingdom artwork there. And on the back, you have your product shot of Sparkless Bot. There he is in robot mode, and he converts into his vehicle mode in 15 steps. So let's get this guy out of the box and see what Sparkless Bot is all about. Alright, so here we have Sparkless Bot out of the packaging, and let's take a quick look at this guy. Now, this guy is just a redeco of the Siege Barricade mold, and I actually sold that figure because really I'm not a big fan of this mold, especially down in the leg region, but I am a huge fan of this finish on here. Let's take a look at this sort of rusty, yeah, that's all I can say is just a sort of rusty finish on here. I think it came out really nice. And that head sculpt is really cool. If you look closely, there is some purple paint for the eyes. You get a little bit of that rust color on the crest there. And otherwise, it's the same mold as Barricade. But there is a little bit of difference in color in the plastic there. The upper arms and the face is almost like has a little bit of a green tint in it. Sort of like this green they picked out. So I really like the contrast between the green and then down the lower arms you get the gray and a little bit darker gray for the arms. So there's actually a lot of contrast. From far away it doesn't really look like there's much, but up close, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, right there you can see almost a greenish gray and then a sort of gunmetal gray and then a little bit darker gray for the hands. So there's a very nice contrast between the rust finish and the other kinds of plastic they use. So going down the figure, just taking a look, and I think the rust finish here just really makes all these details, sculpted detail, especially on his abdomen here, just really pops out. Really nice. I really love the finish on this guy. Going down the figure again, you don't really get much on the legs, you do get some on the feet, and of course we'll see more in robot mode. And on the doors as well, you see that same finish there, and that's how he looks from the back. So we've all seen this mold before. I'm not going to spend too much time on here. Now, getting into articulation, this guy his head's on a ball joint, so you get some side to side. You get some up and down. Of course, you can do full 360 there. And he does have the shoulder pivot joint there, so it can go out like that. He can do the full 360 here if you move the doors. And actually, my figure is very tight. You get a upper bicep swivel, you get a 90 degree at the elbow, and you do have some articulation for the hand here. Yeah, I'm actually very impressed how tight this figure still is. So very little signs of mold degradation here. You get a 360 at the waist. He can do the kick, very high kick, and very high back kick. And he can do the full splits like that. And he has a upper thigh swivel as well as a very deep knee bend. And of course he has the ankle rocker tilt there. So yeah, as far as you know, how many times this mold has been produced, it's actually still very tight, and it's actually very refreshing to, you know, there's no floppiness. It's a very solid figure. So again, just looking at some of the detail there, it's really nice. Really loving the deco on this. So bringing in some other Netflix figures for comparison. So there is Sparkless Bot. Here is Netflix Deep Cover. And here is the Decius Army Drone. So there's just a quick comparison. Let me get them all in the shot here. So just a quick size comparison between the three Netflix figures there. So looking pretty cool. Yeah, I really like that. Really like the differences in the deco for Sparkless Bot. So anyways, let's get these guys out. And let's get Sparkless Bot transformed in his vehicle mode. But before we do that, let's take a look at his accessories. Whoa. Again, these heel spurs, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of these heel spurs in this mold. Anyways, he does come with his little siren here, which is pretty boring. It's just a smoky clear plastic that can be stored on the back. And also he does come with his two blasters, which are done in a sort of gunmetal gray plastic. Again, some nice detail there. And they can be fit together here to make one gun. So if you just plug them in like this, easier said than done. It does create a little peg there so he can hold his weapon very easily. So there we go. So yeah, let's get Sparkless Bot in his vehicle mode and see how that looks. Okay, so here we have Sparkless Bot all transformed into his vehicle mode, and let's take a quick look at that. And you get some very nice detail here in the vehicle mode. You get some nice detail on the rims there. Would have been nice if there was a little bit of paint on there or some more sort of battle damage or rust on the wheels. But it is what it is. And again, you see a lot of, you see a few different colors. You see some orange and brown and that same green, almost sort of camouflage colors, but it does come off as like rust finish. So very cool. I think the paint on this is absolutely amazing. Came out really nice. And you get a lot of nice detail, especially on the hood section here. Let's get a close-up of that. And very, very nice detail. Even underneath here, it goes all the way under there. So you can see the detail there. And just going down the other side here. And it's very nice, so it's not all the same. So on here, you get these lines and scratches and stuff. And on the other side, you don't really have that. So it's very random. It's not like all just painted the same. So, and you do get a nice contrast between the colors here where it meets the green and the oranges meet. So very, very cool. And you can, of course, mount his guns on the front there. Let's just take those off let's get a little bit cleaner look here. But yeah, very nice. Came out very, very, very cool. I'm really impressed with this finish. And again, just a lot of nice detail in the back here. It's just, it's not all the same all the way around. So you get a lot of different little designs and splatters and lines and things like that. The back is just sort of that gray plastic there. Again, would have been nice if they had done something there, but no big deal. So anyways, yeah, that is Sparkless Bot in vehicle mode. So I'll just plug his guns back in. We'll do some comparisons with the other Netflix figures here. So let's just plug those in and put that guy down. So there is Sparkless Bot. And then we have Deep Cover in his vehicle mode. And then we have the DCS Army Drone, just for a vehicle size comparison there. So anyways, yeah, this has been Matt in Japan. And this is the Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron Sparkless Bot. Very cool. A very nice redeco of the Siege Barricade mold. Again, if you're a fan of the mold, great, pick him up. You know, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the mold, but definitely a big fan of this redeco. So I think I'll be keeping this guy in my collection. But anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.